My name is Colleen Adamson, and I am a manager of culturally responsive communication for Healthier Generation. We are so excited to host today's movement event with Usa Lee as we prepare for many of us, it's a season of celebrations. For some of us, it's really a season of transitions and, just preparation for a new year. So before we get started, let me tell you a little bit about Usa Lee. So Usa Lee Prompongsatorn is a Qigong practitioner, organizational culture and leadership development consultant, and a PhD candidate at Fielding Graduate University. She brings Qigong practices to organizations, retreat spaces, and community clinic events, such as with the Freedom Community Clinic, which I believe is in the Bay Area. Usa Lee is located, though, in Southern California. So Usa Lee, thank you so much for leading us in this Qigong practice today. For folks who may be less familiar with Qigong, can you please tell us, what this practice is and maybe why it's meaningful to you, Usa Lee?
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction. Yes. So Qigong is a practice. So there's many practices in Asia, and Qigong is one of the practices that comes out of Asia, which is focused around energy. And it's energy cultivation. And so much, very much like many people are familiar with yoga, this is a movement practice, which also has a spiritual component and an intentional component around health and wellness. And so I will be bringing forward a few practices today. The basis of Qigong, it connects to Chinese medicine. And so if anybody has ever experienced acupuncture, that is the movement of energy through needles. And what we'll learn today is actually movement of energy through our own facilitation of using our hands, using our minds with intention, and some visualization.
Oh, thank you for explaining that. So you have actually designed today's movement to include family members and friends of all ages. So, whether they're a family elder or a young person, everybody should be able to participate to whatever extent they're comfortable in today's event. Can you please describe some of the health benefits of Qigong for, different age groups?
Yes. So this is accessible to anybody. And even though I'm saying movement based, when I say movement, I actually mean movement of energy, which actually can be just through intention, and intention meaning focusing our minds on something. So for example, I might say, shake your hands. And if you don't want to shake your hands, you can actually just visualize your hands moving. And that actually is the facilitation of movement of energy. And so part of this, what is helpful with Qigong is it helps to relax the nervous system. And so we are all energy. We're all part of nature. This is the belief in Qigong as a basis of Chinese medicine. And through nature, we all go through different cycles. And right now we're in the cycle of fall. So in the cycle of fall, we're letting things go. And in letting things go, the way that translates to our bodies with the health benefits is being able to relax our nervous system and to calm. A lot of times when we're anxious or nervous, we'll get tight and we'll sort of like our energy will move up. And with Qigong, what we do is we allow the body to come down, relax, be able to connect to the earth and be spacious. And it helps with our concentration because oftentimes when we're very nervous, we might tighten up or we're really focused. So we might actually be very focused here, but we want to actually open our perspective so we could see more broadly and to relax and calm and to be able to move and engage with other people. So it helps with blood pressure. It helps with relaxing the joints, helping us be more flexible and fluid. So there's numerous health benefits, and there's lots and lots of research around Qigong and how it's helpful. And the things that I'll be showing today are very accessible. You could do it for 1 minute, 5 minutes, and you could feel the impact on your body right away.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Thank you so much. Is there anything that we want to keep in mind before we start, such as how to practice safely? If we have time for a quick change into something more comfortable, what do you recommend?
Sure. Yeah. You can practice laying down, seated or standing. I'll be showing the postures today for the practice seated. We will be doing some arm extensions. So just maybe make sure there's nothing around you where you'll hit your hands or knock something over. Yep. Extending out, extending up. Now, if you have any joint issues with your shoulders, like for instance, maybe it's hard to raise your hands over your head, you don't have to do the full extension. Do what your body feels is accessible and helpful. So we don't want to be pushing our bodies. Basically, this is an invitation to move. And once again, we can move through our minds or we can move through our physical body. And just notice if you want to take your shoes off, you can take your shoes off. You can do it with socks on, barefoot, laying down, seated, standing, and mostly it's paying attention. So the core part of this around safety is paying attention to what your body needs. And if you feel like in this moment, you want to just listen to my voice and lay down and take a moment to relax, that's perfectly fine. And in a practice of Qigong also, it's really listening to our bodies. So whatever is needed and whatever is accessible for you, follow that.
Oh, thank you for those reminders and for really focusing on accessibility so that everybody is able to participate in a way that feels really good and comfortable for all of us. We really appreciate that. So let's go ahead and get started. Usa Lee, I'm going to go off camera so that we can all focus together and so that you don't see my arms waving around too. All right, so thanks. Let's get started.
Great. Thank you. Okay, so where we will start first is I'm going to scoot back a little bit. And if you're seated on a chair, maybe come to the edge of the chair so you could put your feet flat on the ground. If you're sitting on the ground or laying down, just checking in on your posture. So one of the first places we begin with Qigong is checking in on our posture. It's nice to be able to roll our shoulders back because we open our chests. Our feet are on the ground. And then we're going to do something that we call is lengthening. So sometimes we don't realize, but we might actually be taking our shoulders and rolling forward. So we can roll the shoulders back and actually lengthen the spine. So we want to sort of allow the body to lengthen. It's almost like one of my teachers have said, it's almost like you have a string at the top of your head and you lengthen up. And so that's the posture where we begin. And one of the pieces of Qigong is connecting to our breath. So when I invite you to connect to your breath, it's closing your mouth. So keeping your mouth closed, and we're going to inhale and exhale through the nose. So inhale and exhale through the nose. We'll do that for a few rounds. So inhale, exhale. That's happening through the nose. And just start to notice. Just notice if you've got thoughts in your head. We're connecting to the breath. So just noticing the cycle of the breath, inhale and exhale. And now we're going to start by taking the tips of the fingers. So you're going to tap on the top of the head. So what we're doing here is we are actually helping through our fingertips to move some energy to loosen energy that's in the head. And so it's almost like you're tapping or patting a couch, or if you're cleaning something off, you're dusting something off. So it's like we're dusting things off in our mind. And then we can actually tap on the back of the neck and around the front. And then you could take soft fists. And once again, we're tapping. It's like we're cleaning things off. It's like a cleansing. We're starting with cleansing. So tapping, dusting things off. You take the fists into the rib cage, down into the belly. It's like you're beating a drum. So down into the belly and over to the side, back into the belly, over to the side. And what we're doing is we're waking up the body. So for some of you, it might be early in the morning, others later in the afternoon, no matter the time. You're allowing yourself to connect to the body. So you're continuing to beat on your belly and then letting that go. Resting your hands on your lap. And then go ahead and we're going to now shake it off. So we're just dusting things off. Now we're going to shake things off and we're going to continue dusting. So dusting things off the shoulder. So what we're doing is we're visualizing, okay, we've got a lot of energy. We're going to dust it off so we can shake it off into the ground and continue to do that down the arms, down the front of the chest, down the back. down the sides of the legs. Go ahead and rest your hands on your lap and go ahead and stomp your feet. So as we stomp our feet, this is helping us to move energy. So if you're feeling like, oh, I've got a lot of stress or energy or anxiety, if you stomp your feet, it's a way to move energy down and out the body, down and out through the feet into the ground. Continuing to tap your feet on the ground. Now go ahead, come to some stillness, connecting to your toes. If you have your feet flat on the ground, if you're seated or laying down and your legs are crossed, just noticing the bottom of the body, the lower half of the body connecting to the ground. And just notice how you're feeling. Did you generate any heat? Maybe are your hands tingling or your feet tingling? So with Qigong, we're really connecting to the awareness of how we're feeling in the body. And let's go ahead and I'm going to scoot a little closer to you. Let's go ahead and pull on our fingertips. This is another way to release energy. So when you pull on your fingertips. So for those of us that work on a computer, this is a great time to release energy. So we store a lot of energy in our hands. We're using our hands a lot, and oftentimes our hands don't get a lot of thank yous. So thank you to our hands for helping us in massaging your palm, in massaging the wrist. So once again, we're facilitating the movement of energy. What we're doing is we're trying to find the spots in our body where we feel like, oh, it's a little tight, or it feels like there's something sore, and we're touching these points so that way that energy can move. Now, if it feels okay, you could take your thumbs and we're going to find that fleshy part between the shoulder and the chest. And if it feels better, you could do your fingertips. So in the fall season, in Chinese medicine, there's a belief that we naturally carry a lot of sorrow, sadness, or grief. It's something that our body naturally feels in the fall. So one way we can help move that energy. So with emotions, we want to be able to feel the emotions, but we don't have to hold on to them. So this is one way to say, okay, I might be feeling sad about something, or I've got some grief or sorrow about something, and I'm feeling it, which is what I'm meant to do. And I'm going to help move that energy once I feel it, so that way I can process it. So this is a way to move any energy. If you're feeling like, oh, I've been sad, I feel like I want to just change my mood or move my energy. This is one way to do it, is by pressing on this point here. This is the area for the lungs based on Chinese medicine. And then go ahead and we're going to cleanse that. It's like wiping it off. Animals actually do this naturally. So we're going to kind of shake. So animals will shake when they feel like they got to move their energy. So you can shake your head, shake your shoulders, shake your arms. And now we're going to generate energy. So we've been cleansing, we've been dusting, we've been patting, we've been massaging. So go ahead and take your hands to your chest, or you can just go in a circle. This is one way to bring in new energy. Connecting to your breath, inhale and exhale. Maybe you could feel the warmth from your hands, or maybe your hands are warming up as you make little circles around the chest. So this is very soothing for the body when we put our hands to our chest and allow ourselves to generate some energy. You could bring your hands to your lower belly, so down below. Same thing, small circles, and just visualize, oh, okay, I'm just moving the energy that's in my belly, generating some warmth and energy into my belly, and then letting that go. So now we're going to move through a short sequence, and you could just follow along. So the biggest thing with Qigong is just allow your body to follow along. You don't have to overthink. So that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to let go of overthinking, and we want to allow the body to move and move into a rhythm. So let's go ahead and take the hands. We're going to inhale up. Then we're going to push out, exhale. Flatten the hands and open. So we're giving our wingspan here, hands back down to the lap. Inhale up. Now we're going to add a sound. Shh. Flatten the hands and open. Hands down. So the sound we're making is shh, like you're asking someone to shh. Lower your voice. So it's hands come up. Inhale. Sound of shh, pushing energy out. Shh. Flatten the hands and open. Once again, we're gathering energy up from the earth. Inhale up. Pushing energy out from the lungs with the sound shh. Flatten the hands. Open. And now let's just follow the sequence. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Shh. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale. Shh. Hands down. You could rest your hands at your lap. Now just notice. You can keep your eyes open or closed and just notice how the body's feeling. It's always great to notice how the body's feeling. This is a way to inform and awaken to our body's wisdom. So what is your body telling you in this moment? Do you feel warm? How are your feet feeling? Are you connected to the ground? Maybe roll the shoulders back, check in on the posture. Notice if you're thinking about anything. How's your breath? Continue to inhale and exhale. Now we're going to do a bow and arrow move. So the way we do that is we're going to cross our arms. We're going to inhale. Actually, I'm going to put my other arm in front. So I'm going to inhale. And then I am going to, it's like I'm slicing with one hand. I'm going to pull back with the other, and I'm going to look over the shoulder. And then inhale. Open that hand. Open into an arrow. And come back to the center. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. See if you could do this with your mouth closed, inhaling and exhaling out of the nose. Inhale. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale through the nose. And just continue with that sequence. Inhale. Really opening up that chest. Inhale. Opening up that chest. Inhale. And last one. Go ahead and put your hands down to your lap, maybe rolling the shoulders up and back. So connecting to the breath, inhale, exhale. So once again, keeping the mouth closed and inhaling through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. We're going to go the other way. So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now go ahead and allow your hands to rest on your legs. And now noticing how the body feels. See if you can notice the difference between how you felt when you first started the practices and when we began. And notice how you're feeling in this moment. Maybe there's some tingling, heat. Maybe where are the parts in the body that maybe you haven't awakened or moved or thought about. We're going to do a quick body scan. So you could just follow my voice, just checking in on the head and the eyes. Do you notice any thoughts with the eyes, allowing the eyes to relax, allowing the face to relax, allowing the jaw to relax? Noticing how the shoulders are, rolling those shoulders back. How's the posture? Allowing yourself to lengthen. Bringing awareness to the spine, the belly, the hips, the legs, the feet. And now we're just going to do one more practice, one more exercise. I'm going to take my glasses off for this. So we're going to take our hands and we're going to rub. We're going to create energy. So we can create energy. We're going to rub, clap again, and rub. And now what we're going to do is put the palms of our hands up towards our eyes. And what we're doing is we're bringing in some energy to help cleanse the eyes. So our eyes are closed. And often we don't exercise our eyes, but here's a chance for us to move our eyes in our sockets. So you can keep your eyes closed and roll the eyes around to the right and roll the eyes around to the left. So this is really great if you stare at a computer screen or if you're on your device or your phone. There's a chance to give the eyes a way to move around. So go ahead and open the eyes and clap and rub the hands. One more time, clap, rub the hands. Bring those palms up to the eyes and visualize that energy, the heat coming into the eyes with your eyelids closed. Roll your eyes in your socket to the right and to the left. And we're going to let that go, hands down. So now I'm going to leave my eyes open. This might feel a little funny, but you can leave your eyes open, blink as you need, and you can look to the right and left. This is a great way to exercise the eyes. Eyes going right and left. And looking up and down with just the eyes. So you're not moving your head. See if you could just move your eyes up and down and letting that go. Now we're going to tap on the forehead around the eyes. So we might, I don't know if people experience headaches or maybe you're feeling like, oh, I'm thinking too much. I have so much in my mind. This is a way, if you pull the eyebrows open, it's a way to move energy out of the eyes, out of the head, and release some energy and tension. A lot of us might naturally rub our temples when we feel some tension. So this is a way to practice Qigong around the eyes to help open this part of the body. A few more of those. And this is great because a lot of times we're focused forward. And what we want to do is we want to expand our perception so we can widen and see more in front of us and be able to sense even maybe what's behind us. So taking a quick moment, you can leave your eyes open or closed. We're going to inhale and exhale. You could rest your hands on your laps. And you're going to visualize a small golden light, maybe a small string of golden light that is going to trace the outline of your body. So visualizing with your imagination, a small golden light tracing from the head, down the shoulders, down the legs, and back up around. This is a great exercise to do if you feel like, oh, I'm going to be meeting with someone or going to an event and I want to be able to preserve my energy. So this small golden light tracing the outline of your body reminds you that we can create a boundary. We can let people's energy in as much as we want or create a little boundary for ourselves. Also for Qigong, it's great in the fall season when there's a lot of cold and flu, visualizing that boundary as a layer of protection for our immune system. So just visualizing that golden layer. Now, if your eyes have been closed, go ahead and open the eyes and just look around and just notice colors. Notice different things in the room. You could just look around with your eyes, maybe move the head around and just notice. See how things are feeling. And then we're going to take 3 breaths to close. So inhale, exhale. You can breathe through the mouth, inhale. Big exhale through the mouth. Last one, inhale. Exhale through the mouth, end with a sigh. And with that, we will close our Qigong session.
Oh, I was following along and that was so calming. Thank you, Usa Lee. Thank you for both that movement practice guiding us along and for the visualization at the end. I find that that visualization of that energy of that golden thread around us has been really helpful, maybe for folks who are thinking about, okay, I have maybe some family time coming up, or just there's a lot of stress or something in my life, to be able to visualize our energy and be able to say, this is what I have, and this is how I can be present, and kind of a reminder of our boundaries in a really tangible way. So thank you for that as well. Usa Lee, where can people learn more about you and your work? Anything that you have coming up that we might be able to join or learn about?
Sure. You can find out about my work at usaleeconsulting.com. I don't have anything in particular that's coming up in this moment, but you can go to my website, and through my website, you can connect to all my social media, my LinkedIn. And if I do have anything coming up, I will usually post it there. So usaleeconsulting.com.
Great. Okay, everybody, you know where to go to keep track of what's happening in Usa Lee's world. Thank you all for joining this live event. So if you do have any questions about Qigong, please leave a comment on the Facebook post that will accompany this live event. It will show up in our feed momentarily. And where you're viewing it right now, you might be able to leave comments right now, because we're going to follow this live event with a recap on our blog. Excuse me, where Usa Lee can kindly include responses to some of your questions. So if you've got a great question, I'm sure she'll have a good answer. This event was sponsored by our partners at Kohl's as part of our shared commitment to health equity and family well-being.